Welcome to Black History Month 2015. What happens when you put two 40-something-year-old immature black men with too much money and too little brain on the internet? They call each other racist names like monkey and chimp, of course. I just had a couple of conversations recently with two different family members about how Kevin Hart is not funny and, for lack of a better term, he's a, quote, coon. Excuse my French, it's just Kevin will say or do anything to get that almighty dollar. He is one of the kings of stereotypes and one of the kings of anti-comedy because he's not only not funny, it's as if he tries to tell bad jokes as his little gimmick. Oh well, he's the jester of comedy. And he had to find, something to be good or great at, so, being a 100% buffoon is Kevin Hart's purpose on earth. I'm convinced of that. Kevin Hart is a disappointment. In fact, he's the disappointment that keeps on disappointing. With that said, the controversy all started when Kevin posted a picture of himself on Instagram throwing up his little Masonic hand symbol and wearing an ugly mess of a vest. Fellow comedian Marlon Wayans reposted the picture on his Instagram page and said the following, quote, "Dear Kev, I want to start by saying that I love you like family. I'm so effing proud of your accomplishments, but inward. Take that tight A vest off. It looks like you stole it off my G.I. Joe action figure. You look like the little chimpanzee Caesar from Planet of the Apes." Planet of the Apes movie, all geared up for war against mankind. The vest is so tight your chest is screaming no in my Kevin Hart voice. First glance, I thought the midget from the penitentiary movies graced the cover of Vogue. Then I thought maybe one of my turds in the morning S-word stole my Barney's card and went on a shopping spree. I don't know what look you going for, bruh. A sexy milk dud, a swagged out junior mint, of course he's a reference to his skin color, a GQ sugar baby. You need friends, dog. Nobody loves you. I want you to slap Harry, Wayne, Spank, Name, and the pilot of your jet in the face with a wet hand. This looks like the chocolate dropper version of the Get Rich or Die Trying album cover. Hashtag nobody loves you. Hashtag started from the bottom. Why are you here? Hashtag how many push-ups did you do before this? Hashtag stop the madness. Hashtag call the accountant, freeze the card. This N-word spiritually maxed out. Hashtag I got a face like the ball Tom Brady took the ear out of. Funny as F. End quote. Okay, so Marlon may be funny, but this mess right here was extra boring, very lengthy. It was a very verbose response, and it was extremely racist. Chimpanzee and Planet of the Apes jokes are expected at a Ku Klux Klan rally. Now, it's these guys' job to be funny for a living, not imitate their master. So after Marlon's jokes sank like Bobby Christina, Kevin posted this photo of Marlon Wayans and said, quote, "Y'all done effed up. My first victim is Marlon Wayans. Your face looks like one of the footballs that Tom Brady let the air out of." Wow, didn't he just say that to Kevin? Anyway, you could have played Whitney Houston in her biopic. If a black and mild cigar came to life, it would look like you. Lick your lips before you take a picture this close. Why do you have 3 different grades of hair on your face? You look like a monkey that the government runs tests on. What's that white S-word in the corner of your mouth? Wipe your corners at all time. You're the weigh-in that the family is ashamed of. They have meetings about you behind your back. You look like a Lenny Kravitz starter kit. Boom, B-word. Meek Mill, Drake, and Lil Duval are effing next. Be afraid. Hashtag this is what I do. Hashtag war has been declared. Oh, I'm sorry. I fell asleep and I was so bored. So both of them have primate jokes. Neither one of these funny men could think of something funnier and more original to say other than racism and self-hatred. But it didn't end there. It just gets worse. Marlon's final message to Kevin was the rusty nail in the midget's coffin. Marlon posted a topless picture of Kevin Hart with the following caption, quote, "Yo, Kevin, I was merely offering you brotherly advice about your Type A Battlestar Galactica vest. But since you want to call me out, I like to address this photo as well. Put your shirt on. It's disturbing. You look like Bushwick Bill got his eye fixed. There's a weird shape happening here. It's like Boris Kodjoe's body on Emmanuel Lewis' height. You got a body like a drunk middle-aged football coach. All the oil in the world ain't gonna bring your lower abs in. You got abs like Kenya Moore. First of all, Kenya Moore has a completely flat stomach, so actually that was a compliment. Then he goes on to say, he didn't even realize he was complimenting him. He was just on a roll with corny jokes. He went on to say, go sit your little California raisin A down and put a shirt on. California raisin was, of course, calling him black. Got the nerve to have tattoos on yo black A. We can't read them N-word. All we see is raised skin. You gotta feel them S-words in like Braille. You know what the F they say. I didn't know they made Nike sportswear for midget tossing. When did this S become a sport? Hashtag I do this too, Kev. Hashtag 4'6" easy to cut up. Hashtag I take this funny body over that ugly A vest any day. End quote. Did he really say his skin makes him look like a California raisin? And did he really say tattoos look like raised skin on his dark skin tone? Jeez. With comments like these, who needs the Ku Klux Klan? Welcome to Black History Month of 2015. I have a feeling that February of 2015 will be a coon apocalypse. If this is what these brothers are doing on the very first day of February, imagine what the rest of the month has in store, and the rest of the year for that matter. Let me know what you think about this coonery buffoonery below. Be sure to subscribe to the Meat Magazine YouTube channel. Visit meatmagazine.blogspot.com for more. These guys are just freaking pathetic.